Hello, welcome to 90 Seconds of News by Grim Wanderer. As always, links to the stories that we're talking about, and others we don't have time to cover, can be found at the end of the video or in the description on YouTube. Today is Wednesday, the 8th of November 2017, and our 90 Seconds of News starts now. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince has suggested that Iran's providing missiles to rebels in Yemen may constitute an act of war. Rebels apparently planned to attack the Riyadh airport over the weekend, but the attack was thwarted. Carl Sargent, removed from the Welsh cabinet last week amid accusations of harassment, was found dead in his home and is believed to have taken his own life. Mr. Sargent was adamant that he was innocent, and even politicians from other parties are suggesting that he took his life not because he was guilty, but because he had already been tried and convicted by the media. Some are suggesting that in their haste to show that they are taking these accusations seriously, both politicians and the news media are too prejudicial against someone who's merely been accused, not convicted. On the entertainment world side of this scandal, reports suggest that disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein employed 2 intelligence companies to spy on his accusers, including one with ties to Mossad. Several of the accusers have interpreted this as an attempt to pressure them into silence. Former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page has testified to Congress and revealed the additional links between the Trump campaign and Russia. Page was invited to Russia after joining the campaign and confirmed that multiple people within the campaign were aware and that he asked the Trump campaign to vet his remarks. Page denies, however, that he colluded with Russia. Let's finish on a happier note today. Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon has offered a formal apology from the government for anti-gay arrests and persecution before the legalization of homosexual acts in 1981. The apology was made in conjunction with new legislation which will automatically pardon gay and bisexual men convicted under such laws. A process is also available to formally request the offense be expunged from an individual's criminal record, as our 90 seconds are up. Before we wrap up, I would like to offer a quick Edward-itorial. A Texas church was, over the weekend, the site of the largest massacre in Texas history. It seems we cannot recover from one of these attacks before the news of the next one hits. In this case, the shooter, Devin Patrick Kelly, a former attendee who is no longer welcome in the church, was obsessed with a domestic dispute, and his mother-in-law was a regular attendee. Questions remain about how someone with a record of mental illness, who was court-martialed and discharged from the military for domestic abuse, and had been denied a license to carry a gun in Texas, was allegedly able to pass the required background check to purchase the assault rifle he used. I know and understand that many in the US feel strongly about the right to own guns and rifles. Many of my own family fall into this camp. But surely we can agree that there are common sense steps that can and should be taken. It is well and good for Trump to blame this on mental illness. But it was Trump who canceled Obama-era rules that prevented someone with a history of mental illness from buying a gun. It is well and good for Trump and other politicians to say it's too soon to talk policy after a tragedy like this. Okay, so when? And why does that restriction not apply when it feeds into your cynical narrative about blocking immigrants to prevent terror? It is well and good for politicians to offer their prayers and support to the survivors and families affected by this and other tragedies. But if there is a God, he helps those who help themselves. Action on common sense restrictions on gun ownership will do far more to prevent these tragedies in the future than your prayers ever will. Thank you for listening. Links to the stories that we've talked about, and what I call quick hits, stories we didn't have time to cover in our 90 seconds, but still great stories you should check out, are on the screen now, and since it's easier to read there in the description on YouTube. But now it's your turn. Please share your thoughts and opinions in the comments on YouTube. Let's discuss or debate as you see fit. If you're so inclined, please like and share the video, and check out my main channel, Grim Wanderer, for multiple posts every week, including a somewhat deeper look at news and current events every Friday. On that note, until tomorrow, good day.